Morning again, everyone. I'm out with Richard again, and we are on top of a small hill in Essex, not far from Southwood and Ferrers, and we're exploring an R.O.C post, or Royal Observer Corps post, from the Cold War. Haven't done one of these for a while. Excuse me, I'm out of breath. We just climbed up that hill. That was steeper than I thought. So I've been looking on Subbrit or Subterranea Britannica, and apparently this one is still open. Amazing views up here, and you can see there's remains of the original compound fence. That gate's not original, but this one over here is a classic R.O.C post compound fence with this wire fence and the concrete post wall. Field gun that went off. The remains of the ventilation shaft, still got some of the green paint on it, and that circular disc there indicates that this was a master post. Would have been like a telecoms, like a communication system there, so that would have gone back to the master site, like the main base for them all. So you don't always see those on them. Yeah, look at that, still up here. And then I believe that is the bomb power indicator. There's usually another bit, a little stalk, but I can't see where that is here, that sticks up out the ground. You always trip over it. But there's the hatch, and it's almost like sub-level, sort of. It's not sticking up out of the ground. That looks like that's probably welded shut. Okay, right, bad news. We can't open it. Although, if you had a T-bar key, which I have got one, but I've left it at home, because last time I tried to use one, I couldn't get it to work. But apparently, you can open them with a T-bar key sometimes. But I don't think that'd make any difference. That looks like they've concreted that shut, really. I think what they've done, they've knocked the like, as I say, like the what's it, the square concrete block off of it, which is where the hatch would normally be. They've removed that and then just re-cemented the hatch over it. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, you can sort of see where there's like a gap under it where it looks like someone's tried to get in. It doesn't look like they've concreted it up inside. You know, if you could open that up, you'd be laughing. But Rich is going to keep trying. I don't think you're getting that. Solid. That's, yeah, solid. That would be like Kango gun and a crowbar to get into that, and that's breaking and entering. We're not doing that. But still, what a nice location though. It's pretty good. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Back down the hill. Hopefully we'll have a bit more luck with this one. We're in Wickham Bishops, on the edge of Wickham Bishops, and we'll see if we can get in this R.O.C post here. So you can see the weather is absolutely awful, so I'm trying to sort of shield the camera a bit. But yeah, so we found our next one, and it's in this little compound here just next to a farm track. I can see the kind of concrete posts and wire fence. Full on wet weather gear today, wellies the lot. And yeah, look, that's part of the fence. You can just see the ventilator shaft through here. Oh, it's quite overgrown. Oh, I have to crawl. Right. That's in really good condition. Blimey. Yeah, there it is through there. And it's another master post, as you can see by that drum there. That is in incredible condition. It's in really good condition, this one. All the ventilator louvers are in place. Richard said that it looks like it's just been painted, and it's also just had a padlock put on it by the looks of things. That's pretty new. And that's not coming off. The outside looks in amazing condition, and from the pictures I saw online, the interior looks amazing as well. And unfortunately it's locked, but that's probably why it's in such good condition, is because it's hidden and it's locked up. So Richard had a look at it and has somehow managed to open it. Apparently it wasn't locked, and he didn't break in, honestly.
No, I just lifted it up.
He just lifted it. The
padlock's fitted to look like it's locked, but it actually goes back through on itself and not through the lug on the side.
Ah, that's clever. That's very clever, right. Well, Richard, seeing as you were the one that managed to open it, you can go down first if you want.
Hello?
Do you know what else I've noticed as well? Once Richard goes down the hatch, this has actually got a mind your head and back sign still in place, which is incredible. I've never seen one of them before. Just look how well preserved all the concrete is. It's literally like it was built yesterday. It even says Greenwood Air Vac down there. It's still got, unless that's a new louver they've put in, but okay, Richard's down. How cool is this? Everything is in such good condition on it. The hatch is just incredible. Right, I'm going to climb down and I'll bring you back when I'm at the bottom. Okay, I'm now at the bottom of the access shaft. There's another mind your head and back sign, and the sump handle's in pretty good condition. The sump actually still looks like it's working. That's full of a bit of water, so that's to stop, of course, when the hatch is open stuff, or even if it leaks as well. It's just to stop the bunker from flooding. And it's got the original chemical toilet in it as well. It's in amazing condition, seriously. It's the ventilation hatch for the toilet and the light switch, and then this is the main room itself. Incredible, absolutely incredible. The first one I ever explored near where I live is in really good condition like this. This is probably the second best kept R.O.C post I've actually ever come across. This is amazing, and it's actually got original stuff in it like that. Routine checks, stand to phase. Wow. And then that's like duties, warning red, nuclear attack, fallout. Original stoves, the kettles. It's a Hexi stove. I said that's probably not original from the Royal Observer course, but it is of the period, of course. Seen one of these wooden boxes here before. Yeah, hand operated siren, home office property. That would have been original as well. And those orange mattresses, they're original. They're standard R.O.C, like standard issue, sorry. Don't know about the carpet.
There's another mattress up there.
Oh, there's another mattress there.
And it does look like they've been doing some repairs, because there's,
yeah, they've been looking after it, so we won't be touching anything, well, apart from that curtain. But the curtains I don't think are original. The fire blanket behind you, Richard, that would have been asbestos, so they have to remove that, of course. You can see where everything would have come down from the surface above us, like the bomb power indicator, stuff like that. so they could apparently safely monitor a nuclear blast from it. I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to be in here when a bomb went off. To be honest, I don't actually think it'd probably save you. I'm not sure. Like, you couldn't survive down here for long. There wouldn't have been enough food and supplies. That looks original as well. I wonder what that would have been. It's not a chamber pot, is it?
It's a little wash basin.
Oh, a little wash basin.
That's my guess.
A better guess than mine. And then behind the curtain, the shelving I think is original. The door's definitely original with the coat hooks on it. Some of this stuff's incredible how it survived. Wow. Wow. If there's anything in here. Usually there's always like a tin of Glitto. Always from the era. Put that back out, we found it.
Empty.
All empty, yeah? I'm pretty sure these would have been original cupboards.
There's some canvas material.
Right.
I'm not sure what that would have been used for.
No, that's probably not original. The orange mattresses, that siren box, oh, that's so cool. That stove is something else though. Don't know if that's original or not, but
Amazing it's still here.
that is incredible. Yeah, exactly. Someone could have stolen that, and they haven't. So that's good. Yeah, if you do know where this is, or if you're thinking of coming down here, just respect it, okay? Always shut the hatch after you finish, so it doesn't gather unnecessary water and stuff. And like, well, I mean, we've sort of touched stuff, but we've left it as it was. Don't move stuff about or take anything. Just show it a bit of respect, because this is amazing that this is in this kind of condition. And if we all respect it, hopefully it will stay that way, because it is a part of history, this. Look at that as well. Imagine if the lights were still working in here.
I think it looks like they've rigged up some sort of battery system via that little block there.
Yeah, no, I noticed that, because that cable's running out to there.
Timer here.
Wow. Right, I'm going to get some photos, and then I think we're going to head back up to the surface. Sounds ominous. Yeah. Excellent.
Good find.
Definitely. Off we go climbing back up the ladder. If he was morbidly obese, you'd have no chance of getting up and down this. It's so tight. That's what she said. That is cool.
So if you look at it now, it looks like that padlock is through, but actually it doesn't go through anything.
It's actually not. Well done, Richard, for spotting that, because I'd have just given up and gone home. That's really bad. That is so cool. Anyway.
So back to exactly how it was before we arrived.
Exactly, yeah, you would not know we've been here. Right, we've come out of the compound and yeah, you can see the remains of the compound fence here. Couldn't find the gate though. Didn't have an oil-lit tower, that one, which is like a, looks like a concrete treehouse on stilts, and they were usually for spotting aeroplanes. Stupid or what, there's the gate. In fact, we probably could have used the gate as well. The gate's in here. Oh no, actually dead ends, but look, that's the gate.
Yeah.
That's cool. Excellent. Oh, that was worth braving the rain for. We're at our next location for another R.O.C post on the outskirts of Stebbing and Great Dunmow. Shame that someone's left the hatch open on it, but
doesn't look too flooded.
No, looks in pretty
broken down in the bottom though, not as good as the last one.
No, the last one was very good. You can see some of the original green paint. It's the hatch, there's no signs on it. Yes, have a look at the stuff outside first. So it would all be in the undergrowth here. There's the ventilation shaft through there. And there. Actually, this one's quite strange because now I think someone will correct me in the comments, but look, the bomb power indicator disc, I think that's the bomb power indicator, but that disc thing is on top of the ventilation shaft, which you don't always see. They usually have those either on the hatch, like near the hatch, or on the ground. That's different.
You can just make out another pipe just in amongst all the...
Oh yeah, yeah, here's the ventilation shaft just there. Hasn't got the circular disc on the side, so it's not a master post with like a communication line to the main headquarters, but there is a post in there. See if we can zoom in a little bit. I'm not going to crawl in there because it's too overgrown. My phone's not liking the wet conditions at the moment, so it's difficult to zoom in, but yeah, it's just that white thing there. You can see that's that little post thing that you see on. I can't remember what that is again. That could be the bomb power indicator. I always forget. I believe that's the pipe for the sump, and then you've got the ventilation grill here, the louver for the toilet. Right, we're both down the ladder from the access shaft, and unfortunately this one has seen better days. This post, the sump grill's still there, the handle for the sump pump's gone, the door for the toilet's still in place, the toilet has gone. There's the ventilation hatch for the toilet, some hooks there, coat hooks. It's definitely an original door. Doesn't look like it will shut. I'm not going to try it. And yeah, this one has definitely been trashed. It's seen better days. It's been completely gutted, and all the idiots have been down here graffitiing as well. The old cabinets left. Of the old cabinets, where?
Looks like all the cabinet doors.
Yeah, they're original doors, they've smashed them up. A lot of the time people smash stuff up down here and burn it for like firewood. They actually have a fire in here, which I think is just stupid. And yep, there we go. Welcome to Essex, everyone. Brilliant. There's a lot of that here actually, I'm not even going to repeat it, but you know. Some anti-Semitic stuff as well. That sounds like a gay invite. Are you on your own? I died here. Great. People always put stuff like that. There's lots of...
And a wing mirror off of some random car.
Oh, it's all car parts. Trying to make out if any of this stuff is original. I don't think it is. Fireworks.
This could be the remains of the cabinet.
Yeah.
It's that colour paint.
Yeah, that's
cream colour.
Yeah, that's part of the cabinets. A bit more, some light switches, wiring. There's the other ventilation hatch for this main room. Something to do with like the Royal Air Force and different planes. I wonder if that's the R.O.C post like that, because I know they would have had like charts of planes, but I don't know, that looks a bit too modern, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, there's not a lot to see here. You can see where the cabinets would have been on the wall. Shame, you can see where everything comes through from the surface. Bomb power indicator, all the ground zero indicator, is it? I can't remember, I don't know, I think that's something else. But it just goes to show you, we've gone from one that is incredible condition, that sort of shows you what they would have looked like, to then this. Really, it's quite a shame. Oh well, I suppose, right, we'll head back up to the surface. So we're back up top now, and I mean pretty much everything here at the top of the hatch is in good condition. The counterweight's still in place and it actually still works, but the locking handle's completely seized, and these hatches do still work, they still flip over, although those have been cut off, so you couldn't actually lock it. Now we found it open, but we're going to close it just to stop any more rain from getting in. To be honest, Richard, it's got a nice little click system there, so it stays open, then you can also click it and lock it. There we go. On to our next location. There it is. So we're on the outskirts of Finchingfield. The remains of the compound fence and all the fence posts, and then here it is just in the field. All the louvers, whatever you call them, for the ventilation shafts are missing. Still some original green paint, which is always good. Hasn't got a circular thing on the side of the air shaft, so it's not a master post. Could be the fixed survey meter, I can't remember. I keep forgetting what these things are called anyway, but yeah, you've got that. The little pipe thing sticking out's gone. There's a bit of fence over there. That looks like that was part of it, because it doesn't run anywhere else along the field. And then here is the main hatch and stuff, and look, actually got a little staircase. The Louver's missing from the toilet air shaft. You can see some wood in there as well. See what they've built this thing out of. I think that's the bomb power indicator. No hat.
Have a look down the shaft.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. We won't be going in there then. Best waders in the world aren't going to deal with that. That's probably just filled up over time, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's not got the hatch on it. And the sump's probably broken, so they can't pump the water out.
The pipe cuts there, but...
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. That's actually probably the worst one we've found all day then. And I thought the first one was bad, but that was locked at least. Looks like there's some old pipes and stuff in there. I reckon they might have filled it in. Although if they'd have filled it in, they would have concreted it right up to the top so no one could fall down there. Which is weird. I reckon the sump drain's probably blocked and it's just flooded over time.
That's been open to the elements for a while.
A long time, yeah. We're at our final R.O.C post for the day. We're in Henham. Now this one is sort of on private property. It's sort of at the back of someone's house, and from what it said on Subreddit, it sounded like the MOD have something to do with it. I can't remember, they're sort of using it. We're not sure. So I thought, well, we could probably ask permission in the house, but we've turned up and there's the main ventilation shaft, and the louvers are still in really good condition. There's that thing again. I don't want to say what it is because I'm probably wrong, but it's that thing anyway that's on all of them. You can see some of the old compound fence posts, and then the hatch is underneath all of this this rubble and stuff here. It's probably chicken wire. There could be bits of the original compound, but you can see there's a padlock on it, so they've probably done that deliberately to stop people from getting in. So we're not going to bother asking for permission. We're not even going to bother trying, because to be honest with you, if they've put all of that over it, then I don't think they're going to want you even moving the stuff off of it to try and get in. But you can see the green paint and stuff. Apparently this one's in really good condition, very well preserved. There's lots of original documents, but there's also stuff, monitoring equipment and stuff, and the residents are actually told to inform the police of any tampering with it. So that's why we were going to go and ask for permission, because we figured if the Subreddit guys managed to get permission to do it, then why can't we? So we're in luck, everyone, sort of. So Richard, he went and knocked on the house anyway, and this little old Italian man answered the door. He had a knife in his hand as well, which was a bit terrifying. I was wondering, he probably thought we were coming to like mug him or something anyway. And Richard like very politely asked about it and stuff, and and said sort of like, who put all the corrugated iron, the chicken wire stuff on top of it, and is that yours and all that. Would we be able to come back on a clearer day when it's not raining and move it and have a look and go down into the bunker? And he was like, yes, absolutely fine. Richard basically said we're documenting all the R.O.C posts in Essex, so it made it sound professional and everything. I waved my tripod as if to go, that sounds dodgy, you know what I mean, anyway, just to sort of give it a bit of clarity and stuff, make it look genuine, which it is. And he was like, yes, absolutely fine. He was called Thomas as well, which was quite cool. Thomas Andreas. Pretty cool name, yeah. And he's lived here since 1956. So he would remember that R.O.C post being built, which is really cool. I think he said he knew pretty much everything about it, which sounds quite interesting. Yeah. So me and Richard are going to plan to come back here at some point. Could have done it today, But it was too late though. Richard said, no, we've got to play the long game. So it's probably smart, to be fair, in the long run.
I think he was a little bit wary at the start, and I think if we'd have pushed him too much today,
yeah,
he might have just backed off completely and we lost the opportunity. I think we've got a chance. We've got a chance of coming back and having a good look without being pestered or hassled by the police, because he says it's on his property and he's happy for us to come and have a look. So I think in the next few weeks, when we get a drier day, we'll arrange an afternoon, come up and
definitely
and have a look.
Definitely. So that's something to look forward to. Apparently there's nothing left in there, but that doesn't matter. It could still be quite interesting, I think, to see. We are back in Henham to have a look at that little R.O.C. Royal Observer Corps post bunker from the Cold War. So of course it is on someone's land, so we spoke to them and they said it's absolutely fine for us to come back when the weather's nicer and clear all of that corrugated iron and chicken wire and stuff off of the hatch and go and have a look down there. So much appreciated to them. We're going to go and basically reacquaint ourselves with them again, just in case they might have forgotten who we are, and then we're going to go and have a little explore of it. Okay, we've just had a word with the owner and he said it's absolutely fine for us to go and have a look. Brilliant, much appreciated. There's the air shaft, it's still got some of the paint on it, and then I can never remember what that thing is. Bomb power indicator or ground zero indicator, it's one of them anyway. One of the old concrete posts, fence posts, and then the hatch is in there, so we've got to clear some of this stuff off. We'll only clear enough away so that we can get in there. We're not too fussed about it all around here because it will take too long otherwise. We've got to leave probably at about 5 o'clock and it's about 3:30 now. There's a big old padlock on it, so we might need to ask the owner if they've got a key for that. Right, we didn't have to clear too much, so let's just climb up the wood pile here, and there we go on top of the hatch. That padlock's actually not doing anything, it's just to make it look like it's locked up. It's still got the catches in place, and it also, that padlock acts as a counterweight because these naturally float up, that's the idea. So let's open it up. Doesn't look like it's flooded down there, which is good. The sign's gone, the sign's missing, but handles seized up, they rarely work now. The counterweight is still there. It's in pretty good condition really. I wonder if you can lock that. You probably can lock that still, yeah. The ladder looks pretty sturdy. Someone's chucked one of the old concrete posts down there. We're not going to be able to get that out. Okay, we're down the ladder now. The sump pump handle is gone, the rest of it's still there. That's that old fence post, and the sump drain's partially flooded. The ladder was a little bit loose, it wasn't too bad. The door's still intact on the Carsey. In fact, look, all the old kettles in there still. We saw those last time at Wickham Bishop's R.O.C. post, a really well preserved one, almost exactly the same kettles, so I reckon they're probably original then. The chemical Carsey's gone, but the post itself inside is really clean. It's mostly gutted, but there's a few really cool little artifacts still in here that I think are...
Some interesting paperwork there, dated 1991.
1991, so that would have been when they stood the core down. So it says Health and Safety at Work, Royal Observer Corps personnel. Further to recent inquiries, this headquarters has obtained guidance on insurance for R.O.C. personnel engaged on SHM project. It is true that the Crown does not insure, but any injuries sustained by members of the Corps engaged in SHM activities at the post site are not contributed to by the negligence or the misconduct of the member concerned may be regarded as arising out of and in the course of R.O.C duty for the purpose of claiming or of paying any compensation that may be deemed to be payable. The payments would be in the form of ex gratia payments. In summary, although R.O.C personnel are not insured, provision is made for any injury received whilst engaged on SHM activity. Any further queries on this matter are to be directed through group officers. And it's signed, I can't quite read that, Sturridge. That is amazing. And then just move that to one side, we'll put it back. That paper's actually falling apart. You have to be so careful with that. Probably shouldn't really move it. Yeah, gentle with it. And then standard rate motor mileage allowance. I'm not going to read all of this, you can pause it if you want, otherwise it'll be the longest video ever. That's dated May the 2nd, 91. I believe there's one more bit. PW Common Training Session, 2nd of May 91. Wow. Observer Lieutenant C. Howard. Just move that carefully back there. Yeah, that's how we found it. This is definitely some original stuff. Tins of Glitto with bleach, kills germs, removes stains. You don't see that stuff anymore. That's a classic R.O.C post find if you find a good one. Tate and Lyle, quick dissolving cube sugar. There's an old bottle of Savlon.
Found this as well.
Oh, what's that?
Not really sure, some sort of dog tag type thing. 93 on it, some strange logo.
Oh yeah. See if we can zoom in on it.
Not sure what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be from the Royal Signals, because they were down here at one point, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
So it could be them. Let's have a look in the cupboards.
I'm just going to put that back where I found it.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, so we're putting everything back where we found it. I can't open that one, that's fine. Looks like it's empty anyway, that cupboard. I don't know whether that's original or not. Here's where the table would have been. So cleared that out. You can see the polystyrene coverings on the walls. And then there's like a little light there. And all the stuff coming down from the surface, that's all been removed. Just the pipe work that's been left. This is really cool. We've got a post diary, transition to war phase. So it's like personnel on duty, communications checks. It's like a checklist of stuff. Maroons delivered by police, light-proof satchel loaded. Water checked and replenished as necessary, drinking. Water gallons, food and fuel checked, petrol supply, jerry can. So it tells you roughly what's going to be down here. Post log opened, individual dose record opened, dosimeters charged and issued, time check requested, jerry can of petrol buried, totals, tools recovered below ground, SOPs for transition to war completed. That is cool. Is that a toilet roll?
Yeah, I think so. There's a few more rolls in the toilet as well.
Oh wow. It's really cool.
Shiny stuff that smeared more than it cleared.
Yeah, it doesn't look the best. It's no Andrex, that's for sure. There's the old coat hangers on the back of the door. The asbestos fire blanket, of course, is gone. The light switch is gone. And we've still got, count them, 3 original mattresses. So they would have been used by the R.O.C. post, and they always had the plastic left on them. I don't know if they ever used them. They feel fairly spongy, probably not the best, but just so you could swap shifts around. The bunk beds usually would have been just behind Richard in the corner there, or against this back wall. So they've stripped all of those out. Spider down there as well. And there's the main air hatch. I'm going to try it, because one day one will close, but it won't. I suppose you only ever have to close one of those in the event of a nuclear bomb, which never happened, thankfully, so I never had to close it, so it stayed open. Yeah, they're the original mattresses. They're pretty cool. Orange mattresses from the R.O.C.
Remnants of their first aid kit, dated April 88.
Oh really?
Sodium chloride for irrigation, not for injection, so just flushing off the skin if they got any contaminants on themselves.
Wow. So it's all original first aid stuff there. Don't know if any of the fuses and stuff are... They might be original fuses. It's almost like a little mini museum kept down here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, the bits and pieces.
Yeah, stuff that you find.
I noticed the actual grid of the sump has gone.
It's gone.
Just a bit of old spongy mat down there now.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but at least the pump is still there.
Let's have a look in the carsy.
There's a tin up on the top shelf, which is where I found the little dog tag, which is just an old Lion's tea container. It's just full of nails and random.
And there's the hatch, the air hatch for the toilet in black. Oh, there's like there's the little light for the toilet. It's like a strip light.
Were these all 12-volt systems down here run off a battery? Do you
think? Little pull cord. I don't know.
Because these look like the
more toilet roll.
Caravan.
Yeah, those kettles are cool.
The system goes down on a few of the ones we've looked at. There's cables that just run down almost to the floors. If there would have been a battery or something coupled up.
Yeah.
And then the lighting system run off that, and that looks like it's probably a 12-volt car light.
I think they did have batteries. I think, didn't it say on here that they had like big batteries to run it off? They must have done, I think. But then, I mean, they also had things like a phone line. On some of them had phone lines running out to them, but I don't think they had mains electricity.
These are the old phone lines.
Right.
These boxes, GPO.
Yeah.
And that obviously, that runs along and up, and then up here somewhere.
Yeah, I reckon it's probably all battery operated then. Anyone knows, get in the comments as always. We're back out on the surface, and that was a really cool little explore, that one. Really good stuff in there and pretty well preserved. No graffiti, of course, nothing set fire to. Some original artifacts from the Cold War in there, and the Royal Observer Corps. I thought that was pretty cool. And what we've done is we've actually put more stuff on top of the hatch just to protect it from the wind and the rain and stuff, because it's quite open, this field. Wind could come across and blow the corrugated iron off, so we've whacked all that on top, weighted it down with some logs and stuff. And before you ask, that was out the that was sort of like the request or permission from the owner as well. He, bless him, come out and had a little chat with us, and we said, well, what we're going to do, we're sort of going to put it back a little bit different, but it's going to benefit the preservation of the bunker, really, just so, you know, it doesn't leak. There's no water that will get down in there through the hatch, because the frame around the hatch is actually broken and it won't lock properly. So we put enough stuff on top to keep it covered, to deter anyone from getting in there, and it should protect it. So the owner said that was absolutely fine, so no need to have a go at us. It's slightly different from how it was, but still, you wouldn't know we've been here anyway. Hope you enjoyed it. Big thank you to Richard.
Take care, guys. See you soon.
Cheers for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves and look after each other. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bye. Should have seen if Alan's in here. Alan! Alan! No, he's not in.